Hello students, I am Piyush Arora and in my today video session I will explain you about the decision making statements in Java. Decision making statements are used when some sort of decision, in the sense that suppose you have to choose either of the two situations, either means there are three situations and you have to choose any one of the situation, then decision making statements are used. So a brief definition is a Java program is a set of statements which are normally executed sequentially. So in Java, the program is executed sequentially one by one. All the statements are executed one by one from top to bottom in the same order as they appear. So, however, there are some situations where we may have to change the order of execution of statements based on certain conditions, or repeat a group of statements for known number of times until a specified condition is met. In such cases where the order of execution of the statement is to be controlled, the statements used to control the execution order are called control statements. So suppose you have to do the repetition of the statements, do the control of the statements in the sense that suppose you have to repeat a statement for 10 times, for 2 times, for 3 times, for 30 times, then you have to use control statements. You have to make the decision, take the decision whether to do this statement or whether to execute that statement. Then you have to take the decision and the group of statements. So it is a branching sort of a thing. So you have to use the control statements, or you have to jump from one point to another point of the program. That is also called control statement. So there are three types of control statements. Number 1 branching, number 2 looping, number 3 jumping. So branching means executing a group of instructions depending on the outcome of the decision. Looping means executing a group of instructions repetitively either for a given number of times or until the required condition is met. And jumping means transferring control from one point to another point in the same program unit. So today we are going to discuss about the branching part of the programming. That is the branching part of the control commands, which deals with the if, else and switch statements. So I will be explaining you branching statements, and after this is over we will come to the looping, and after the looping is over we will come to the jumping. So sequentially we will go and I will explain you each of the commands which are included in these sort of control statements. So branching we have two commands, if, else and switch statements. Looping we have three commands, for, do while and while statements. And jumping we have again three commands, return, break and continue. So these we will discuss later on. Today I am going to discuss if, else, and switch I will discuss in the next session. Today in this session I will discuss if, else. So what is if, else? If, else is used where decision has to be taken, like you can understand from the following program. This program is for checking the obesity, how much fat a person is, whether he is fatty or not or perfect. So class check obesity, void check weight, this is a function, check weight is a function, int w is taken as an integer for inputting the weight of the person. Then we have a condition over here, if w less than 45. So less than is a relational operator and 45 is the value, is the weight of the person, and if w less than 45 means from 1 onwards up till 44, because integer is there, so up till 44. System out println you are underweight, means if the weight of the person is between 1 to 44, then he is supposed to be underweight. So we are printing the message you are underweight. Else, if w is less than 70, which means if the person is between 45 and 69, that is if the person is of 45 or 46 or 48 up till 69, then we will print you have a perfect weight. Else, system out println you are overweight, means if he is 70 or above, the person's weight is 70 or above, then the computer will print you are overweight. Now this program is actually controlling the statement as per the weight of the person. The weight of the person is here less than 45, here less than 70. Now else is being used here, else is being used here, which actually controls the situation here between 45 and 70. So this statement will be between 45 and 70. This statement will be less than 45 and this statement will be above 70, above 70 of weight. That is, the weight is above 70, so this statement will be executed. All these three statements are being controlled by if else using the command of the control statement. So this is the program for checking the obesity. Now another program, class voter, to check whether the person is eligible to vote or not. So we have void check vote int age. Age is taken for the input of the person, and if age is less than 18, then print you cannot vote, else print you can vote. Simple program, because in our country we have a rule that a person above 18 or 18 years can vote. So less than 18 means 1 to 17 will not be able to vote, so we are printing you cannot vote, and above 18 or 18 years of age will be able to vote, so it will print you can vote. So if you enter the age, suppose here as 17 or 16, computer will print you cannot vote. And if you enter the age here as suppose 76, then computer will say you can vote. So this is a simple program for voter. Then we have another program of class scholarship, void percent double. Double P is taken for percentage, because percentage can also be in points, decimal points. So double is taken, and this is a function. If P greater than or equal to 85, system out print line, you are eligible for 60% scholarship. So here, if the percent is greater than or equal to 85, means 85 or above, then computer will print eligible for 60% scholarship. Else, if P greater than or equal to 65, now this means that the person has secured percentage more than 65 or 65 but less than 85. So this situation comes here and eligible for 35% of scholarship, and else you are not eligible, means if the percentage is below 65, in that case he is not eligible for any scholarship. So here again I am controlling three parts. One part is above 85, one part is between 65 and 85, and the third part is less than 65. Then here a program is on explanation of nested if else. What is nested if else? Nested if else is a if else within an if else. If the if else condition is within another if else, that is called nested if. So this is a leap year, to check the leap year. So we are checking the leap year, check leap year int y. Y is taken for checking the leap year. Now there are two conditions in a leap year. One is a leap year is a year which is divided by 4 completely, and that is a leap year. But in case of century years, suppose 1900 or 2000 or 2100 or 1600 or 1700, these are called century years. In this type of a year, there is another condition that century years are only the leap years which are divided by 400. Not only that they are divided by 100, but they should be divided by 400. Means a century year has to divide by 400. Only then it is a leap year. Like you say 1900. 1900 was not a leap year since it cannot be divided by 400. It can be divided by 4, but it cannot be divided by 400. So therefore 1900 happens to be not a leap year. Okay. So for that we have made this sort of a program. And for 4, that is simple. For other years except the century years, we have this condition for divided by 4 and check. So here we come, if y percent 100, this is for checking the century year, whether the year is a century year or not, because every century year has to divide by 100, only then it is checked for a century year. And if suppose it is a century year, then we will go inside the if and have another if. This is called nested if. This is called nested if, and this is called the outer if or the main if else. This if. This is called the outer if. From here to here, from this block to this block, this is outer if or the main if, and inside this there is another if which is called a nested if else. So here we have if y percent 400 is equal to 0. This means y divided by 400 gives you the remainder as 0. First, y percent 100 is equal to 0 means y divided by 100 give you the remainder 0. That means it is the century year. So when we enter into century year, we check whether it is divided by 400 or not. So y% 400 is equal to 0. So it will system out print line leap year. And if it is not 0, that means though it is a century year, but it is not divisible by 400, so it will print it is not a leap year. So this is about the century year. Then this else is for this if. This else is for this if, but this else is for this if. So here we enter into another else, nested else. That was nested if. This is nested else. That is within an else there is another if else. So that is if it is not a century year. That means it is another type of year. Maybe 1984, maybe 1969, maybe 1789, something like that. So if y% 4, in that case we have to divide by 4 and check. So if y% 4 is equal to 0, system out print line is a leap year, else system out print line it is not a leap year. So this is little bit of complex program than the previous programs which I have explained you, because here the nested if else is included, and to check multiple conditions we use this type of program. So now we will go on to the BlueJ and check these programs for their validity and accuracy, whether they are working perfectly or not. So we will start this program. So I have made this program, check obesity and made the object for this. So what we are going to do, simply run this program and check whether the answer is coming according to our conditions or not. So simply we will run this program. We will run the check weight function in the obesity program. The weight it is asking because the argument is given inside the function. So we will enter the weight. Suppose the weight of the person is 34. Okay. So computer is going to print you are underweight. Okay. Now we close this. We again run this program, because we have to give multiple conditions. Check multiple conditions. We have to give the multiple data input. Now we will check for the perfect weight. Now perfect weight was between 45 and 70. So we will give suppose 49. So it will say you have a perfect weight. We'll close this now. We'll check another condition for this. Suppose we give 89. Enter. Now it will say you are overweight. So see, all the three conditions have been met correctly. We gave all the conditions. We gave all the values of the three conditions, and the three conditions computer is giving us the right answer according to the conditions. Now the voter, we will again run this program. We will check vote. We will input the data, that is the age of the person. Suppose we give 12 years. Computer will say you cannot vote. Okay, because it is less than 18. Now again we enter the value more than 18 or something like that. Let's say 46. Computer will say you can vote. It is working perfectly. Below 18 also it is working, and above 18 also it is working. Now we give the scholarship program here. We give the value of our scholarship. Say suppose the percentage he has obtained 90%. Okay, computer will say 60% scholarship is eligible. You are eligible for 60% scholarship. Perfectly working. Next condition, we give between 65 and 85. Suppose we give 78. So it will say you are eligible for 35% of scholarship. Fine, this is also working. And we give less than 65. Then what happens? Let us see, 34%, or maybe suppose we give 56%, which is less than 65. You are not eligible for a scholarship. So this is also working for the perfectly three conditions. Then leap year. In leap year we check the leap year. Suppose we give 1900. 1900 happens to be a century year. So it should be divided by 400. Is it divided? Not a leap year, because it is not divided by 400. Okay. Then we check another leap year. We check 2000. 2000 again it is a century year. Is it divided by 400? Yes. It is a leap year. Perfectly well. We check another year which is not a century year, some other year, say 1987. Is it a leap year? It is not divided by 4. It is not a leap year. Okay. Again we check for another leap year. Suppose 1984. 1984. This is divided by 4. Yes, it is divided by 4. So it is leap year. So we have checked so many conditions, so many data we have given, and we see that all the data are working according to our conditions. So these programs are called branching statement programs, or you can say decision making programs. So I hope you have understood this concept clearly. Now in the next session I will explain you the logical operators and an or, and then we will go on to the switch case command. Thank you and have a nice day.